everybody. Welcome back to Syl and Cat Chat. I'm Syl. She's Cat. Thanks for sticking with us for these. I believe this is our episode 7th. Is that right?
7.
Nice. 7 episodes of good times with Syl and Cat. So tell them what we're talking about today, Cat.
Okay, well, as Syl said, if you're new to our channel, welcome. And if you're returning to join us again, welcome back. Okay, today we're going to talk about the Netflix series Bridgerton. And then we're going to cover our Fabs and our flops. And then we're going to spend some time in Sylvia's relationship corner where she'll give us some advice and tips on relationships. So let's get started. Want me to go ahead and tell them a little bit about the series?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I recommended to my sister because last week when we discussed Never Have I Ever, that was a suggestion from her to me, and we give it 2 thumbs up. Well, this week I wanted to suggest something to my sister, and since we both had tend to like the movies Pride and Prejudice and Emma, I thought she would like this new series on Netflix called Bridgerton. And along with the millions of others who are watching it and it's blowing up the internet, if you haven't checked it out, you must. You will fall in love with the story and the characters. I personally have a huge, mad, crazy crush. I'm dreaming about this man in my sleep now. This Simon Bassett, the Duke of Hastings, hot. Anyway, the first season of this Shondaland series, Shonda Rhimes bought you things like Scandal and Grey's Anatomy. She's bought this Netflix series that's based on a series of 8 books, I believe, by a Julia Quinn. So I've never read the books. I may, after watching this series, start reading them. But this series, I guess the first season focuses on what would be book 1 in her series, which focuses on the love story between the eldest Bridgerton daughter, Daphne, and her suitor, the Duke of Hastings. And it's basically, it opens up, it starts in the year 1813 at the height of the social season is beginning, where the women are in this competitive marriage market trying to land a suitable husband. And at that time, there were dowries involved and scandal and all that types of things. So it is rated a mature rating on Netflix, so it may not be for little ones because there is clearly nudity and sex and language and some violence because there's boxing and shooting. So not for kids. But again, people have likened the character of the Duke of Hastings to Darcy from Pride and Prejudice. So I can see that, the suaveness and the, he's regal. So I really like the series. It's 8 episodes in the first season, and I recommended it to Sylvia. So since I liked it and I recommended it to you, Sylvia, what did you think?
So, yeah, I mean, it was interesting. It was definitely interesting, and I could see why she has a huge crush on the Duke of Hastings. He is not a bad-looking fella at all. That's a good-looking man. I guess it does have an MA rating, and so I should have been prepared for that. But I guess the only complaint I have is that I feel like it was almost marketed and geared for teen audiences. I know that a lot of teenagers are tending to watch it because of the characters in the picture. They're young. She's right. They're young. They're in their social season. They're debuting or whatever. So I could see how young folks might be drawn to it and want to watch it. And I would feel incredibly uncomfortable watching that with my 16-year-old or something like that. So I definitely would say mature audiences only. Take that rating seriously, because there are definitely serious, sex scenes and things like that. So yeah, but it does have an interesting story. I guess the thing that disappointed me about the Duke of Hastings is his there's this conflict between him and his, I don't want to spoil too much. I guess I shouldn't get too much deep into the story, but it just reminded me that honesty is the best policy in relationships, and just to be up front from the giddy up, and it makes for a lot less conflict. Let's just say that.
I know what you're talking about. That was the part I didn't like as well. Now, I'm talking only of his hotness, because I was along with Daphne in the ridiculousness of this grudge that he's carrying and this and that, and I mean, So you guys will watch it and you'll figure it out. But no, I was not a fan of that. I was thinking, this dude is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, and they have other characters. You know, there's supposed to be altogether 4 boys and 4 girls in this family. So I have read that since it's based on the books, that they imagine that the series each book will probably introduce another sibling and their love story. So I know we'll probably see less maybe of the Duke of Hastings and Daphne, but I imagine since they have gotten huge, you know, fan bases now, that they wouldn't want to completely take them away from the show, because I'm sure people will be tuning in wanting to see their favorite characters. But what the premise of the show is this is at the height of the social season, and we don't want to get away from the fact that it's a narrated program. The narrator's voice is Julie Andrews, and she is narrating as if she was the author of this scandal rag that during this social season, an anonymous writer is pinning all the town gossip and all the scandal for everybody in town to read and see. And people are trying to figure out who is Lady Whistledown. And basically she's a whistleblower because she's telling everybody's business. But so it's in that form as well, where it's a narrated program. But yeah, it is a love story and a little racy. I've noticed that about Netflix. I watched a movie not realizing how racy it was gonna be. It was called 365, and I knew it was gonna be like, you know, some, you know, thing like you see at the movies, you know, like Sly Stallone and Sharon Stone, but this was like, you know, it was on the verge of like soft porn for me. I almost didn't want to look at the screen. I'm glad I was watching it alone and not with somebody, because it made me feel so uncomfortable. It was the kind of thing where I'd like, gotta get something to drink now, or play with my popcorn, you know what I mean? Because you like feel like you're in somebody's business.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So take their ratings seriously. Netflix they're telling you that, and
Definitely.
regardless of what the characters look like, the ratings is what it is. So just know that going in.
Yeah, I think the characters look that way because, again, this is supposed to be taking place in 1813, and people did get married and start having families at 18 and young like that, because they didn't live as long. Now we're living longer. Medicine has come a long way. They're doing what 30-year-olds should be doing. So
Sure.
Definitely not for your teenage kids, more for your grown folks, and you'll enjoy the story. But maybe for them, they should just stick to the book.
Yeah, definitely.
So next we're going to talk about fabs or flops. So what do you got for us this week, Syl? A fab or a flop?
I'm gonna go with a fab. I think it was my turn to find a flop, but my fab this week is my new car.
All right. Yes, I asked Sylvia how her week was, and the first thing she said was, I got a new car. So tell us all about your new car, and did you come up with a name, or are you going to be asking our channel viewers to suggest names?
I am. Okay, so first of all, Syl and Cat watchers, Syl and Cat Chat watchers, I need you, because we are those people who name our cars, okay? And as some people don't, you know, and my husband, when I told him I named my car, he looked at me like I was crazy, and I was like, that's just a thing. Like, I
named my car.
Yeah, we grew up in a house where we named our Christmas trees, our turkeys.
And our turkeys.
Yeah, see, we'll have to go into that another time. We had an interesting home, but nevertheless, our cars, of course, you know. So basically, I have this beautiful, shiny, dark red, like this cup, Honda CRV. It's brand new. So I have 3 kids. I'm a mom. They're all grown now, and I haven't had a car that I actually chose and wanted since my first car when I was 17. Because when you're a mom and you're a family and you support, there's just, you get what you can get, and you get what's the best deal, what'll fit the kids, all that kind of stuff. So this was the first car I've had in over, I guess 25 years that I wanted, and I love it. It's just, it smells great, it runs great, it suits me, like it looks like a Syl car. Like I showed it to Kathy, and I know she was like, yeah, that's a Syl car. Like it just looks like me.
And I'm glad it was big, because she likes to hit curbs when she makes right turns.
I do.
So she'll be safe. But no, it's definitely a car that I would buy as well. Like I have a Honda, but I have a Honda Civic EX Coupe. I like a little racy compact car because there's just me. But like she said, she's used to a big mom car. She does a lot of shopping, so she got to have that cargo space.
Yes, it's a compromise because I don't. It's not a minivan. It's not like even I had an Explorer.
Oh no, it's definitely sexy sporty.
It is. It's a little smaller, but still big enough so I feel like I'm kind of like grr on the road, you know, because I do like to have a little height and, you know, feeling kind of scary, and I wanted to have some zoom. So yeah, I'm tickled to death. I'm a goober and I'm happy. So that's my fab. But you tell me, what's your fab or your flop this week?
Okay, well, my fab is Glossier Cosmetics. I suggested these to my sister, and I decided I'm just gonna buy her my few favorite things and have them sent directly to her home. You didn't know that, but I'm already on that.
The strategy is to wait until she goes ahead and buys them for me. I'm just kidding.
Well, I am because I need her to try them. As you can see, I've been using mine. Like, look at, like, it's almost gone. But don't worry, I bought 2 more. Like, I didn't even buy 1. I bought 2 more because I know I'm going to continue to use these. This item is called Cloud Paint. Now, I'm currently right now wearing this as a blush and as my lip color.
Ooh.
So that's what I like about it. Very little goes a long way. Like if I was to just squeeze out a very small, minuscule dot, you see that little dot there? Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna just take my hand because I already have makeup on my face. If I do this.
Oh, wow.
See, and you just blend till you like it. So what I do is I put it a few dots on one cheek and I rub that in, and then I move some of it to over here, because if I put big dots on both cheeks, I find it's too red, like I slap my face, like it looks like somebody pinched them. So it's really nice color, and it just ends up blending in, and then like I said, I'm using it right now as my lip color. So it's lips and blush.
It's a pretty color.
It's easy to use. It's creamy. It does not make you break out. It goes on smoothly. So this is one of my favorite products right now, and it's definitely a fab.
Nice.
And next week I plan to not wear the eyeshadow that I have on right now at all, and come to you with no eye makeup on and show you how I use these 2 Glossier products. These are actually eyeshadow colors. One's called Lid Star. Well, they're both Lid Star, but one's called Moon and one's called Fawn. And these are also like, you have your color, and it just blends in. So it's really nice. They're easy to apply. This one is just to use as a highlighter.
Nice.
So, but they blend easy. They, you know, I've worn them now long enough, months now, so that I know that they don't cause me to break out. They're, you know, and they're known for that. On their website, they have a lot of things that are supposed to be, you know, safe and for sensitive skin. But that's my fab. So I actually got introduced to those items by, I follow an artist named Rach, and she's a singer of R&B music, and she was doing a makeup tutorial. Her music video led to one of her tutorials with her doing her makeup, and she was showing the products that she uses. And so I bought them because she was showing you how she puts it on and everything. And I was like, I gotta get me those. So that's the first time I've actually been able to buy a product from watching it on YouTube and actually have the result I was hoping to achieve. So that was a win-win for me. But it's gonna be a win for Sylvia too, because I've decided to buy her 2 eyeshadow colors, the Cloud Paint, and then they have this other product called Mango Balm. It's what you put on your face, or it's a skin salve that you could put on your dry elbows, your dry skin. It's awesome. So if you haven't checked out Glossier Cosmetics, definitely go there. That's the name there. I don't know if you could see it or not.
And she'll write it in the comments for you.
That's it. So yeah, I will. We'll write it, the items, and put the link so you could go and buy them and try it yourself, because I'll buy my sister's, but I don't know you guys.
And my birthday's coming up next month anyway, so see, she wanted, now she knows what to give me, because first of all, I was going to actually compliment your makeup today. I was going to say that those are really pretty colors, and I love your eyes, so I'm excited, guys, for next week when she comes with that tutorial.
She's going to get all of this, and I don't have foundation on, at all. I don't wear foundation, but I have that cheap thing that we did.
Dollar store bronzer.
The dollar store contour. I have on the dollar store contour. And these products really aren't that expensive. I think like $18, $20, around that range, 15, 18. Nothing that's, you know, $30, $40. I stay away from that stuff because if you end up liking it, do you want to keep buying it at that price? So I try to find something that I will buy and that I can replenish if I love the product. And with me, like I said, I bought 2 more of my favorite things and I'm not even on the second one yet. Nice. So I'm gonna buy, when I start to use that one, another set of 2, just because, you know, makeup companies, they tend to do that, discontinue things on folks, and I want to make sure that I have enough to get me through when I have to go hunting for new product. But it's an easy face to do. It feels light on your skin. Like when it's hot, like when I was wearing this in the summertime, when you sweat, you don't feel like your face is falling off. Like, who wants that feeling? You'll want to not wear makeup. Yeah. But, so that's my fab. Try Glossier Cosmetics, particularly, it's called Cloud Paint. The color that I showed you that I'm wearing is called Storm. Storm, like a winter storm. And the eyeshadow colors, which I'll show you how I got the eye look, because all I did was the Lancome mascara that you had recommended, that you said was good, and the Glossier 2 colors, Moon and Fawn, and I think it's like a L'Oreal or Estee Lauder charcoal gray liner. That's all I have on. So if you want something that's quick and easy that won't take you, you know, hours to do, I give my makeup 15 minutes tops. I ain't got that time.
Awesome. Well, she'll show us next week, and I'm looking forward to that because I love makeup tutorials because I am not very good at it, just to be honest.
I will show you my eyes, which aren't too heavy, and it's something you can just wear naturally. So Sylvia, what did you find for our relationship corner this week? What are we going to discuss?
Kat, I have found so many things this week because my husband and I are hosting a marriage conference at our church. So I have been studying up marriage this week. This week has been a busy week of a lot of like a fire hydrant of marriage information. So
well, don't you got like 15 or 20 years of marriage experience?
Ooh, this is our 24th. This year is our 24th.
Oh wow, see, you got marriage experience.
I do. But going back to our books, because I know a few weeks ago, I recommended 2 books on marriage, and one of them was...
I bought the What Did You Expect?
Yes, and so both of them are great. So there's the Why Marriages Succeed and Fail by John Gottman, which is great. It's got a lot of quizzes that help establish what type of personality you are, what type of argumenter? What type of...
Arguer.
Thank you. That didn't sound right. And then also the What Did You Expect by Paul Tripp. And so I pulled something out of the Paul Tripp book. I'm going to keep it kind of short and sweet, but just something that spoke to me was on page 80 of the book, and it was talking about coming clean and confession, but what I highlighted says, remember, truth not spoken in love ceases to be helpful because the message gets twisted and distorted by other human emotions and agendas. And that's true because when I was younger, I used to pride myself on, well, I'm just telling it like it is. I'm just telling the truth. If they can't handle the truth, then, I mean, this was really words that came out of my mouth. Like I was a lot sassy in my younger days and very, very youthful minded because yes, you should be truthful. Honesty is a very good trait, but there is a way to package your honesty where you are not just downloading all kinds of hateful criticisms upon somebody. You have to tell the truth of how you're feeling. Don't mask your feelings. Oh, be honest, but package it in a way that is not combative, and it's not going to be received as an attack, because that's not productive. I mean, you just, it's important, and that actually comes from the Bible. God tells us to speak the truth in love, and so another point, it was on page 82, and it's talking about ways to, there was daily habits of a confession lifestyle was what it was like, and it said, we will not return to the past. That is difficult because we do tend to keep a laundry list of wrongs that have occurred with our mate, and it's...
The scorecard it kills you. It will kill you.
It does.
You can forgive, but if you can't forget and you rehash and bring up something that happened 2, 4, 6 years ago, there's no moving forward if you're living back there. We can't do anything about what happened. It's what do we do from here on forward?
Yes.
Because that's detrimental. I can testify to that all day long. It wears you down emotionally. It's mentally draining.
Yes. And we've both experienced that. And these are marriage experts. These are, psychologists and ministers who have been doing this for years. And it says, sadly, many marriages are held hostage by the past. Resist in moments of hurt and anger, resurrecting what's already been resolved. I mean, either you have forgiven and you're moving forward, or you're not. But you can't move forward and then whenever it's convenient for you, start digging back in the past and pulling up all this stuff, because it's sabotaging yourself. It's sabotaging yourself, and it's sabotaging your relationship, and it's not healthy, and most of all, it's not productive, and it's not conducive to a healthy relationship. So I mean, if you want to
even worse than doing that, bringing up something from the past, is bringing up something from your past that you know about, that you never shared with your mate. Like, it angered you, but you didn't tell them when it happened. Mm-hmm. So you've been keeping track, and then out of nowhere, you've let this resentment build up inside of you that you basically hit them with a train. Like, you really blindside someone when you say, well, when you did this, I didn't like this, and you did this last week, and remember last month when you did that? It's like, whoa. You feel like you're taking punches because you were never aware in the moment. And if you never tell somebody that they've done something that hurt your feelings or damaged your spirit or caused you any pain whatsoever, and then later on you hold them accountable for that, it would have been nice to let them know when it was going on so that they could have apologized, they could change that behavior, because sorry's fine, but a real apology means there's changed behavior. And if you haven't told me something bothers you, I can't fix it. If you don't give me the opportunity to change and be a kinder, gentler person towards you and not do something that bothers you, I didn't get a fair shot to course correct and fix it.
Very true.
So to me, that's even worse than bringing up something that you're well aware you did, is bringing some things that, wow, I didn't even know that was bothering you. Thanks for letting me know, along with item 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Right.
all today.
Right. The other book.
I mean, when your parents give you chores, wouldn't you rather have them give you one thing to do, on Monday, one thing to do on Tuesday, one thing instead of just hey, I got this list. Can you do this on your Saturday off? Can you do all 7 of these? So, try to treat people like how you want them to treat you.
Definitely. And that all stems back to telling the truth in love. If you had told the truth when the offense occurred, they could have corrected. So anyhow, those are just the tips that we found this week. Again, I do recommend both of those books. We got to wrap it up for today, but so just to recap, check out Bridgerton on Netflix. Definitely, it is an MA rating, so just be prepared for that. Please don't watch it with your little ones or your teens. And the Fabs were the Glossier Cosmetics and the 2021 Honda CRV. And then,
Room.
Yes, y'all, I'm just rolling all over. I'm running errands just for
and
fun.
And she needs a name.
Please.
She needs a name for her car. So please comment in the comments. Please put what name you suggest, because she's gotten some suggestions, but they were so common that other people already have that name.
So I haven't landed on one. It's this color, and it's shiny and red like a ruby.
Shiny.
But anyhow, and then again, tell the truth and determined to forgive and move forward. Don't be digging up the past, because it's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for your relationship. But it's hard to do, but you can do it. You can do it. So anyhow,
and people should have a forgiving heart, because everybody's human. To err is human. I've made mistakes. We've all been guilty of making mistakes. So I don't expect a person to be perfect. I just want them to try and be better. And don't we all try to be better? Yeah. So to me,
that's all any of us can do.
And don't keep bringing stuff up. No on the past.
No.
Thank you.
All right, everybody.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.